Assalamu alaikum, dear students. I am going to take the new part of a short story out of business of class 10th, which is written by R.K. Narayan. On the fateful day of results, Ramarao opened the captain and the correct solution stared him in the face. His blunders were numerous. There was no chance of getting back even a few hours now. He moped about till the evening. The more he brooded over this, the more intolerable life seemed. All the losses, disappointments, and frustrations of life came down on him with renewed force. On the fateful day, first I am going to, dear students, clear what means fateful. Fateful means having important, often bad effect on future events. It means, dear students, fateful. On the fateful day of results, Ramarao opened the captain. The captain that you know, dear students, magazine. Captain magazine newspapers and the correct solution steered him. And the correct solution steered. What means steer, dear students? It means steer. Steer means, dear students, gaze. Steered him in the face. His blunders were numerous. There's only few solutions were correct, but his blunders were numerous. Blunders means mistakes. Blunders means, dear students, mistakes. Numerous means many. Numerous means many. Whose blunders were many, dear students? Ramarao's. In the second crossword puzzle, dear students, Ramarao's blunders were numerous, mistakes were numerous, and he had no chance of getting back even a few hours now. He moped about till evening. Mope, dear students, what means mope? Mope means upset, disappointed. The more he brooded over this, the more intolerable life seemed. ज़्यादा सोचा, life बने नाकाबिले बर्दाश्त. What means brood over? Dear students, it is phrase. Brood over means to think for a long time. Dear students, when he did not find his name among the prize winners, again, that is why he was going to think for a long time. All the losses, disappointments, and frustrations of the life came down on him with a renewed force. Losses, dear students, disappointments, and frustration means a feeling of being frustrated of the life came down on him with renewed force means increased force. Renewed force means, dear students, increased force. Yes, we can see now he was under the loss, he was under disappointments, he was under frustration. In the evening, instead of turning home, he moved along the railway station road. In the evening, instead of turning home, what he decided? That he did not move towards home, but he decided to move along the railway station road. He slipped in at the level crossing and walked down and the lines of a couple of miles. It was dark. Yes, it was the evening time. Far away the lights off. Far away means go at a distance. There he had seen the lights of the town Tinikal. Who had seen Ramarao. Tinikal means to shine. That keeps changing. Changing its color. Dear students, kun sache su red asa, kun sache su green color asa in light you. Far away the lights of the town twinkled, and red, green lights of signal posts loomed over the surrounds a couple of furlongs behind him. What means furlong? Furlong means, dear students, a unit for measuring distance. A unit for measuring distance means, dear students, furlong. He had come to the conclusion that life was not worth living. If one had the misfortune to be born in the world, the best remedy was to end matters on a railway line or with hope to hope his mind asked involuntarily. What he decided later on, dear students, he had come to the conclusion, Ramarao had come to the conclusion that life was not worth living, satisfied, enjoyable. If one had the misfortune, means bad luck, difficulties, problems, to be born in the world, the best remedy was to end the matters. Yes, he had decided just to end his life on a railway line, or with a hope, his mind asked involuntarily, unwillingly. He pulled it back. None of that. He sat to it and sat rigidly to contemplate the business of dying. He had prepared his mind for death. Wife, children, nothing seemed to matter. He did not give now attention towards wife and his children. The only important thing now was total distinction, means complete death. Total distinction means total extinction. Sorry, it is not distinction, total extinction. Extinction means death. Extinction means death. Dear students, he was again in a deep shock. Now this time he had decided. It is because of the dear students shortcut methods that he followed, which ultimately took him to the railway line. And now, when he was under the frustration, and what was the step that he was going to take for his life, that was this death. He wanted to commit a suicide. The only important thing was now total extinction, means complete death. He lay across a line. Who lay Ramarao lay across the lines, railway lines. The iron was still warm. Whose iron? The iron of railway line was still warm. The day had been hot. Ramarao felt very happy as he reflected that in less than minutes. He was very happy as he thought that in less than 10 minutes the train from the Tishanpuri would be arriving. He waited there long, dear students. He strained his ears to catch the sound of the train. What means strained? It is another phrase. Strained. Strained his ears. Listened very hard. Listened very hard to catch the sound, dear students. Who listened very hard? Ramarao. Ramarao listened very hard to catch the sound of the train, but he heard nothing more than a vague rattling and buzzing far off. Rattling and buzzing far off. What means far off, dear students? Far off means, dear students, at a long distance. Presently, he grew tired of lying down there. Dear students, he tired of waiting for the train, but it did not come. And what he did later on, he rose and walked back to the station, in the railway station, where he had seen the large number of crowd, means just a good crowd, means large number of passengers on the platform. And he wanted to know the reason why the train had not come. So he asked from someone. A goods train has derailed 3 stations off. This was the reason that why the train had not come. A goods train has derailed. What means derail, dear students? What means derail? Derail means come out of rails. Derail. Derail means, dear students, come out of rails. Come out of rails. Patri se utarna. The train patri visits pema, that is called derail. Come out of rails. Presently, he grew tired of lying down there, dear students. He rose and walked back to the station. There was a good crowd on the platform. He asked someone what happened to the train. Dear students, you want to know the reason why the train had not come. That is why he asked from someone, and the reason was a goods train derailed 3 stations off. Off means away. What means off? Away. Off means, dear students, away. 3 stations away. There, and the way is blocked, and the way was blocked. This, when the accident happened, dear students, that is why the way was blocked. They have sent up a relief. Dear students, what means relief? I am going to clear here. What means relief? It has 2 meanings. Relief is used, dear students, 2 times. And in the first, what means it is used as a noun? Relief means, dear students, help. Help. This was the help from the government at that time to send money, medicine for those people who were, dear students, injured in that accident or died. All the trains will be at least 3 hours late today. The reason was that when the accident happened, the trains would be at least 3 hours late. Lord, you have shown me mercy. Rama Rao cried and ran home. Rama Rao cried with happy. Dear sons, he was happy now and ran home. He ran home towards home happily, and that God had shown him mercy. He was saved from death. And who had saved him from death, dear students? It was God. Thank you. I am going to continue this short story tomorrow.